thank you, patrons, for being here and watching some Deep Space Platinum with us.
Yeah. Yep, these are the last 2 episodes of season 1, guys. The last 2. So, FYI, before we even get started here, after these 2 episodes, we're going to be moving season 2 over to the main channel, Echo Base Network. So, all you guys here watching these on Echo Base TV, just go to our main channel, Echo Base Network. If you're not subbed over there, sub over there, and stay tuned for season 2.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
All right, Mr. Robert Meyer Burnett. You said these were the best. Let's find out.
Yep, here we go.
Wormhole.
Drink every time we hear wormhole.
As long as it annoyed the grown-ups. I was a champion windbreaker. A few rocks.
Dax.
I was deadly.
Drink every time we see her, too.
We're being hailed by an incoming freighter. Open a channel.
We'd be drunk by the end of the episode.
On screen.
Can you tell us what's wrong with your passenger?
He says it's a condition called Kalanora.
I'd like to go down to the infirmary and meet that patient.
Of course. Why?
The only cases of Kalanora I know of were the result of a mining accident at a Bajoran forced labor camp that I helped liberate. The survivors of Galatep have always been a symbol to us of strength and courage.
Cardassian.
Here to Odo.
Go ahead.
I'm in the infirmary. I need security here on the double.
I'm on my way, Major.
Good afternoon. I assume this is the problem.
Problem?
Lock him up. He's not just any Cardassian. He's a war criminal.
What's his name?
Maritza. Eamon Maritza.
Oh, I know
You're
who
saying
that guy
Maritza's
is.
on the Bajoran's list for Cardassians wanted for war crimes.
Harris
He's
Yulin.
not on any list I've seen,
He was
Commander,
the
and
judge in
I've got them all.
Ghostbusters 2.
I don't care.
Oh,
whether-
yeah.
He was one of the political guys in
Maritza's traveling on a
he was
Federation
James
ship.
Cutter
He
and Clear
comes
and
there for a
Present
medical
Danger with
emergency, and we
Harrison
throw him
Ford.
into a security cell. I, for one, hope he's listed. All right, Major, what
He
did
was
we
in
charge
Scarface,
I'm
Training
charging
Day.
him with having contracted Kalanora. Mothers raped in front of their children.
Good
Husbands
Lord.
beaten until their wives couldn't recognize them. Old people buried
Man.
alive because they couldn't work anymore.
him? I think I'll have a talk with our guest.
I'll come with you.
No, Major. It'd be better if I spoke to him alone.
Now they just got to prove that he was actually there and part of all of it.
Then you didn't serve at the Galatep labor camp.
Labor. Oh, I've never been to Bajor. I was a military file clerk.
Am I still drunk? Or am I in jail with a Cardassian?
Drunk
Oh,
tank.
no! You're not keeping me in here with one of those!
Then he was at the Galatep labor camp.
Definitely. I've cross-checked all Bajoran and Federation medical records, and there's simply no other way he could have gotten this condition.
Quite well, thank you.
Sort of looks like the dude in the drunk
I'm
tank.
told you've performed a special service for Bajor today. Commander, if this Maritza was at Galatep, we want him, and we will have him. Is that clear?
Ha!
It is.
So he's going to have to stand up for this guy that they want because this guy's innocent.
It seems that way.
I'd like Odo to handle this investigation.
Why?
He's our chief of security.
And the Federation has no right telling us how to deal with our criminals.
If it turns out that he is a criminal, he will be yours and you're welcome to him. Until then, he's just a traveler under suspicion.
Let me conduct this investigation. I owe it to them.
She's pretty
You mean
convincing.
victims.
She is.
The ones who moved too slowly and never moved again.
Cisco to Odo.
Go ahead.
Constable, Major Kira will be in charge of the Maritza investigation.
I understand.
Constable?
It's about time you let me out.
Try to stay out of trouble for a day or two, will you?
I'll do my best.
But the Semel stew could use a little yamak sauce.
Glad you're enjoying it.
Yamak sauce.
Felt that, Major. I doubt it very much.
Yamak sauce. Isn't
I'll
that
ask him
what
anyway.
Jake
They
and
had crates of it.
yeah,
This is my job.
Jake and Nog?
Persecuting Cardassians goes far beyond your job, Major. It's your passion. Well, there you are. My secret's out. My crimes laid bare. I await execution.
I hope we don't keep you waiting long.
Commander, I was led to believe the Federation guarantees the safe and unrestricted passage of all travelers visiting your
Gold
station.
Ducat.
That's correct.
Then how do you explain the detention of a Cardassian?
So he's the guy that's in charge of the
Ritz is
Cardassians?
seeking medical attention. Right now,
Yeah,
he's
he's
under
one
a
of
doctor's
the
care.
leaders.
All we're trying to do is to verify his identity.
Then let him go.
I'd like nothing better. But first, I need to know who it is I'm letting go.
If any of these Bajoran hate-mongers get their hands on him, I'll hold you personally responsible.
You've been told.
He's getting told from both sides.
What are you looking for?
You, Dax.
Answers. Found any yet? I don't know. Something worse.
Mass murderer.
You want him to be guilty. You already know if you punish him without reason, it won't mean anything. And you already know vengeance isn't enough.
Dax, the voice of reason.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows that she's right.
Major, what if this image confirms that Maritza was a file clerk? What do you expect us to do then?
I suppose you'll let him go.
I'm glad we understand each other.
I've got it.
On screen.
It's not him.
Not him.
Are you sure we're looking at the right man?
Background, far right, Eamon Maritza.
It can't be.
If that's Maritza, then who are we holding here? The one in profile on the left. What can you give us?
Ah, I bet that's him.
That's him. That's Maritza.
Not according to the caption.
What do you mean?
According to this, it's Goldar Heel.
Ooh. The leader of the camp.
Thank you, but I think I've heard enough of your lies.
What lies? You mean my failure to divulge my true identity? Believe me, Major, I yearned to tell you, but I knew how much more satisfaction you would have if you found out for yourself, and that was my only deception. Maritza was a magnificent file clerk, and I, Goldar Heel, I hope you'll not think it immodest of me to say so, but I was a magnificent leader. You and that little shock car resistance cell that you belonged to, all you did was annoy Cardassians while I was out exterminating Bajorans. Kill me, torture me, it doesn't matter. You've already lost, Major. You can never undo what I've accomplished. The dead will still be dead.
Dang.
Hashtag DS9 has better actors than Kenobi.
The dead will still be dead. Golly, that's savage.
Yeah.
Here, this will help.
Robbie Liddell.
Maraltian sea veil from Quark's private stock.
Ooh, sounds good. That was nice of Odo.
Still free, unpunished.
Quite a few, no
I'll
doubt.
go get her a stiff drink.
But thanks to you, there's one less out there now. If he'd been in charge of quelling Bajoran resistance, then he might have had your name on file. But he commanded a forced labor camp. Something's not right here.
Odo's starting to figure something out.
To have another little chat with Goldar Heel.
Imagine living through that hellhole. The pain, the sorrow. Do you think they like to gamble?
Goldar Heel is dead.
That's not possible.
I attended his funeral myself.
Then who are we holding here?
Some innocent Cardassian citizen, as I explained to your commander, Cisco.
He says his name is Goldar Heel.
Then he's lying.
Well, if he is, it's the most foolish lie he could have invented. It's likely to get him executed. Give me access to your files, and perhaps I can find some proof to support your claim that Goldar Heel is dead.
He's not going to do
I
that.
suppose I could grant you limited access to the files.
How many Cardassian civilians did you kill?
Look, I regret a lot of what I had to do.
How convenient of you.
We had no choice. Nothing justifies genocide.
What you call genocide, I call a day's work.
Dang.
Major,
Wow.
could I have a word with you?
Now I'm curious, who's telling the truth here? Who is this guy really?
But the man in that cell wanted to be caught.
I think it's pretty clear what's going on here. The Cardassians are trying to trick us into letting him go.
I wouldn't put it past our friend Gul Dukat.
Darhe'el is going to be sent back to Bajor to stand trial for the atrocities he committed.
Major, that is still to be determined.
And go talk to him. You're saying he changed his face to look like Gul Darhe'el?
Certainly appears that way.
What is going on? Why would the guy do that?
Maybe because as a Cardassian, a file clerk
How are you
was like
feeling?
I was starting to get a little bored,
a
but seeing you
shameful
again brightens my
position.
day.
You're Maritza, aren't you?
You mistake me for that bug. That whimpering nothing. Oh, you stupid Bajoran girl. Don't you know who I am? I'm your nemesis. I'm your nightmare. I'm the butcher of Galatep. Maritza, who was good for nothing but cowering under his bunk and weeping
Definitely Maritza.
who every night covered his ears because he couldn't bear to hear the screaming for mercy of the Bajorans.
You didn't commit those crimes, and you couldn't stop them. You were only one man.
Cardassian will only survive if it stands in front of Bajor and admits the truth. My death is necessary.
What you're asking for is another murder. Enough good people have already died. I won't help kill another.
Frenemies.
So he went there to die.
Changed his face for nothing.
Yep.
What you tried to do was very honorable. If Cardassia is going to change, it's going to need people like you.
Oh.
Why? He wasn't Darhe'el. Why?
He's a Cardassian. That's reason enough.
No, it's not.
If that was Reva, she'd be alive.
Yeah. Yeah, if it was Reva, she would just crawl around and
She'd pop up and go, I'm going to Tatooine.
yeah. Wow, that was a pretty powerful episode.
It really was. It really was. Really
Yeah.
got to be sure who you call enemy.
Yep. Yeah, I liked that episode.
Yeah.
Very good acting. Great story.
That guy was fabulous.
Yeah. Robert Meyer Burnett was definitely right on that one. I think that's probably one of the best episodes of season 1 that I've seen.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I don't really typically like the episodes with Admiral Kira. Or what is she? Commander Kira?
No, she's
Whatever
Major,
she is.
Major
Kira.
Kira.
She's like one of my least favorite characters. But it was really good. She was really good in this episode.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Her character's kind of growing on me a little bit.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I like all the main cast in this show.
Yeah, I haven't liked her up until like now, and now I was like, they developed her character right there a little bit for me. Like I got a newfound respect for her.
Yeah. Yeah, good episode.
What she went through is something that a lot of us feel and go through. You know.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. There was a time when I didn't like you.
Yeah.
I threw a paper ball at you.
Yep, 7th grade.
In shop class.
Yeah.
Maurice Kane.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, here we go. Episode 20, The Hands of the Prophets, last one.
Try one. You'll like it.
Too early for me.
Are you sure?
So sweet.
It's a natural sweetness from the sap of the jumjar tree.
Jumja? Looks like a raspberry grape popsicle.
Wormhole.
Now, as we discussed, the wormhole was discovered.
Wormhole.
What makes this wormhole so unusual?
Wormhole.
Stable?
Drink.
It's stable. That's right, Jake. It's the first stable wormhole known to exist.
Wormhole. That's 4
Please,
wormholes.
Continue. Wormhole is very
5.
important because it allows us
5 wormholes.
Five
and will
wormholes.
shift locations. Who knows why
We'd
this
be drunk in
wormhole
the
is
first
stable?
2 minutes of
6
the episode.
wormholes.
Because it was artificially constructed. Created the wormhole when he went.
Excuse me.
7 wormholes.
Do you not believe in prophets?
Sorry,
Yes,
guys.
on Bajor, the entities are worshipped as prophets. Our studies of the wormhole have shown that it was formed by
8 wormholes.
that are apparently self-sustaining in nature.
Can we get to 10?
Begins to explain how a ship at impulse can safely pass through without.
Ships are safely guided through the passage by the hands of the prophets.
In a
Oh,
manner of speaking.
please.
Not
Better get up out of
apparently
here.
your manner of speaking.
Yeah.
You ain't the principal.
Perhaps we should.
You are opening the children's minds to blasphemy, and I cannot permit it to continue.
Man, this might be an episode you relate to.
Oh, gosh. It's summertime. I'm off.
Sorry I couldn't get here sooner. Another fusion reactor went down. How's it going?
Done.
Done.
Isn't that the same chick in the last episode that was
Not bad
working
at
on
all.
stuff that he was like training or
You
something?
keep this up, I'll be out of a job.
So,
I doubt
yep.
that. And maybe we need 2 schools on the station. One for the Bajoran children and another for the Federation.
If we start separating Bajoran and Federation interests,
A lot of Bajoran and Federation interests are separate, Commander. I've been telling you that all along.
Separation of church and state.
May I?
Her hat looks like the building, that auditorium like building in Australia.
Still the disbeliever.
I'll have one, please. Unless you're feeling adventurous today.
Sorry, we're all out.
What? What are all these?
These aren't for sale.
Not for sale, huh? How would you like to change yourself?
Is there a problem?
Damn right there is.
I don't have to sell anything to them if I don't want to.
Why wouldn't you want to sell to
Oh,
them?
because of his wife.
Miles, can we go?
Seek the prophets.
Miles.
Seek it.
Seek them yourself.
She apparently is an excellent teacher.
Yes, she is. And she doesn't deserve what you're doing to her.
I feel your
Yeah.
anger toward me, and I forgive you for it.
This is like creationism versus Darwinism.
Yeah. Which a lot of people don't realize that Darwin rejected his own theory before he died.
Yeah.
But they still teach it.
I
Jake
heard
got that onesie on.
Did Mrs. O'Brien call classes off?
No, there was only me and 4 other kids left. She changed the lesson to teach us about Galileo. Did you know that he was tried by the Inquisition for teaching that the Earth moved around the sun?
Try
Oh
that.
my gosh.
His books were burned.
How could anyone be so stupid?
It's easy to look back 7
It's called-
centuries and judge
It's
what
called
was
geocentric
The
theory.
same thing's happening now with all this stuff about the celestial
They
temple.
made him recant,
Oh, really?
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
but he
You
refused.
got to realize something, Jake.
He was excommunicated, thrown out of the
Years,
church.
The one thing that allowed the Bajorans to survive the Cardassian occupation was their faith. The prophets were their only source of hope and courage.
But there were no prophets. They were just aliens that you found in the wormhole.
To those aliens, the future is no more difficult to see than the past. Why shouldn't they be considered prophets?
Are you serious?
My point is, it's a matter of interpretation. It may not be what you believe, but that doesn't make it wrong.
If the prophets will it, someday I may be Kai. And I can be a better friend to you then.
In other words, being my friend now might hurt your chances.
Mm-hmm.
The prophets teach us patience.
It appears they also teach you politics.
Political correctness. Just like a politician.
I ain't trying to see no garden.
Yeah. I'll try and come down here and get some help.
Everyone knows if the Federation leaves, the Cardassians will be back.
With all due respect, Major, protecting your borders is not the primary reason the Federation is here. And it's not why I'm here. I'm here to build a trusting relationship with your people. And I'd like to start feeling that somebody on your side is giving something back to that effort.
I think I've given you all the support I can, short of...
It's not enough.
I thought there was room for all philosophies on this station.
Commander,
Dr. Bashir has found some new evidence about Ensign Aquino that you should see.
Sir,
I like it when he gets
the victim's
like
DNA.
that.
It's
Yeah.
definitely Aquino, but the power flow in the conduit didn't kill him. You see, the plasma disruption in his cellular membranes indicates that he was exposed to a directed energy discharge before he was placed in the conduit.
A directed energy discharge? From a phaser?
Set to kill.
Would the station have picked up that a phaser was fired?
I would think so.
I don't even know what we're looking for. If something happened around here, it's been pretty well covered up.
She
Did you
did
know
it.
him well?
Yeah, you're sitting right by him.
Barely at all. Just the welcome aboard if you need anything speech. You?
Not really. Bajoran and Starfleet officers don't really socialize that much.
I think she's
Well, you
starting
don't
to get
like
the
that with
hots
me.
for O'Brien.
Well, you're not like the others. You know, you don't put on any airs. You're just nicer.
Why don't you take off?
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure.
She's like, you sure?
Good night.
On your toes, O'Brien.
His wife would probably be like, you're not working with that hoe no more.
You were looking for me? Don't tell me. There's a Bajoran convention on the station I didn't know about? Thanks, Odo. I need to call in more Dabo girls.
It's not a convention. They're from an orthodox spiritual order coming to support Vedek Wind's efforts to keep the Bajoran children out of school.
Orthodox? In that case, I'll need twice as many Dabo girls. The spiritual types love those Dabo girls.
This is not what I wanted to talk to you about.
Dang, that's a pretty big explosion with a lot of fire.
You claim the prophets as your personal constituency vetted win. I'm not convinced that's justified.
He's
Who
about
do
to
you
go off
speak
on
for?
her.
An order that's barely listened to in your assembly. So you come here looking for a more receptive audience.
Is that what your friend Vedek Barile told you?
You won't succeed here. The school will reopen, and when your rhetoric gets old, the Bajoran parents will bring their children back.
We'll see.
It's her. No, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. She's in on it.
Commander, I've decided to accept your gracious invitation.
Invitation?
You did invite me to tour your facility.
Yes, of course, Vedek. We'd be honored. Unfortunately, we have some damage on our promenade. We won't have time to clean up before you arrive.
Yes, I heard about it. Perhaps I can help you clean it up.
That would be very much appreciated.
It's the least a friend could do. I look forward to seeing you again.
The sacrifices the prophets call on us to make are great sometimes, my dear.
Oh, jeez.
But the rewards they give
Turn her into a
will
radical
last through eternity.
jihadist. She's gonna come running in there yelling, Allah
Identify
Akbar.
subprogram labeled ANA.
That file is protected by a personal security access code.
Whose authority?
I'll run a diagnostic on the other security systems, and I'll call you as soon as I have anything.
Promenade.
How many times in Star Trek do you think they've ran a diagnostic?
Thousands.
O'Brien to Dax.
Go ahead.
It's in the isolinear code processor.
Didn't you just repair that unit 2 days ago?
Yes, I did. With Neela.
He's starting to figure it out.
I think the weapon detectors in the promenade may have been disabled.
What do you mean you're not sure?
I mean, Neela. may have disabled him.
Your assistant?
Yes, sir.
Bitch slapper.
Prophets spoke.
Right in the
I
face.
answered their call. It was all to get him here, wasn't it? The school, the protests, the bombing. You knew that would get him out of the monastery. You did it all to kill him. To stop him from becoming Kai.
Wow. It's a good story.
Yeah.
So it was even bigger than the whole church versus state kind of thing.
Neela insists she acted alone, unless you want to consider the prophet's co-conspirator.
She'll never tell us the truth. We'll never be able to prove that Wynn was involved. I heard what you said to Vedic Wynn at the school. I just wanted you to know. You were right, what you said about the Bajorans. At least about me. I don't think that you're
The devil.
the devil.
Maybe we have made some progress after all.
It's good.
End of season 1. We did it, guys. The end of season 1 of DS9.
I can't believe I've watched the first season of DS9.
Yeah.
All right.
So season 2, episode 1, which we're not going to start, is called The Homecoming. And we'll probably hit that in the next week or two. So overall thoughts of the show so far after getting through season 1?
I like it. It's there's a lot of really good storytelling. I like the singular episodes, being very Star Trek. They all stand on their own. It's a story within a story kind of thing. That's what these limited series and things that we're watching today, like Kenobi, does not do, and cannot do well.
Yep.
I feel like one episode of Deep Space Nine storytelling is better than the whole Kenobi show story.
Yeah, 100% agree. So,
go
go ahead.
I like it. If it gets better,
way
than
better.
this, then I'll probably really like it. Right now, I'm like, yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. You know, I like the characters. I really like Cisco.
Yeah.
I really like Quark.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
I'm good.
So when the series started, do you feel different about any characters from the beginning to the end?
I didn't like Kira at all, especially early in season 1.
Yeah.
I'm liking her more now.
Okay.
I'm liking her more now. I didn't like Odo when the series first started, and I'm liking Odo now.
Yeah.
He's got that really dry personality, but it works really well.
Yeah. What about Bashir?
He hasn't really changed for me. I'm just,
it's just the doctor.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not McCoy.
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us, guys, with season 1. We'll be going into season 2, like I said, here in the next week or two, and we'll keep this journey going. So,
all right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks to all our Patreon members, everybody watching on YouTube. Remember, guys, this is moving over to the main channel, starting with season 2. So if you're not subbed to Echo Base Network over on the main channel, go sub over there, and we'll see you guys in season 2. Peace.